It's MerMay. I am working tentatively on a comic that was once banished to the wall of shame. See the linked video down below. And in this mer story, there's lots of merfolk. Okay, I'm saying mer too many times, but all the characters are merfolk or a type of sea monster, or maybe both. So with mermaid designs especially, I think there's this temptation, at least for me, to make all the designs really cute. It's the Little Mermaid influence and also just that little girl mermaid aesthetic, which is totally fine, but not really what would work for a story that has sometimes like blood and this bloody ocean war between merfolk and sea monsters. I mean, I guess it could be kind of interesting in an ironic way if they all look like, you know, the art of mermaids and unicorns that you see on like little girls' backpacks in like second grade. But I think I might accidentally attract the wrong audience if I did that, and that could get bad. So I think one of the best things about MerMay is, in case you don't know, MerMay is an art challenge in May whenever you try to draw mermaids, either like once a day or once a week, you know, I guess just how often as you can. I don't know if there are any strict rules, but basically during this time, it's really awesome to see artists try out different types of mer designs, like everything from alligator merfolk to mermaids with fins that are inexplicably flowers or plants. Those can, I have to admit, this kind of freak me out sometimes because the biology of it is interesting, but it's, you know, you see a wider variety of mermaids and merfolk. That's good. So when planning merfolk designs, it really does help to stretch the limits by looking at a variety of fish and sea creatures. For example, frilled sharks. Frilled sharks live near the ocean floor, which, if you know anything at all about deep sea creatures, this should raise immediate alarm bells. They've got these wonderful eel-like qualities. Like, I'll have a picture up. Look at these fins. Like, they're kind of like eel fins. Or like, this is not your average shark. I think this is like one of the things that identifies them as basically living fossils. Also, I love this picture. I think it's from like 2004. It has a found footage horror vibe to me. Like, it feels like a like some kind of like fish version of the Blair Witch Project. I guess this would be the Blair Shark Project. Actually, that sounds really fun. Frilled sharks are not easily encountered, and thank goodness, because they are kind of ugly. I mean, this specimen here is kind of wrinkly. I don't even know if this is like, this might be a recreation or something, or dried skin or something. They don't look this wrinkly in real life, but even so, honestly, like, there's this great horror factor with any sort of fish or creature living in the deeper parts of the ocean, because, like, in photos, they're just popping out from pitch blackness. Like this one here, like, it has its mouth open in kind of a cute way. It looks kind of surprised, like, oh, what? But the lighting just ruins it. It's just that something about it just popping out of the darkness just makes me feel like it wants to get the jump on me and attack me. So anyways, I was like, I want a mean character, not like a villain, but just an antagonist who's also kind of nasty, but who is also a shark. But I actually like sharks a lot. They're very cute. But, well, except for hammerhead sharks, they're interesting, but I don't find them cute. Now I'm prepared for all the hammerhead shark lovers to come after me with, I guess you wouldn't have pitchforks like tridents and things like that. But anyways, I didn't want to go after any of the cute sharks or any of the sharks that are really well known. So I was like, hey, what better shark than this one? And in the art here that you'll see, like, you can see that the colors that I'm using for her, they aren't really accurate. When designing merfolk, I think the question always arises, should I stick 100% to the fish that I'm basing this mer person off of? You know, and I don't think it's entirely necessary. And feel free to argue with me on this, because I think that there's a lot of like different takes on this. Like, for example, by tweaking things a little, like in a intentional way, you can make sure the colors work. A lot of fish have like big, beautiful coloring, but if you have all these vivid colors going on together, all at the same time, it can make the design look overdone and kind of yucky because it's just total saturation all the time. At least that doesn't appeal to me. I think this might go back to like that little girl mermaid aesthetic where the colors are just ultra vivid and ultra contrast all the time. This might be some people's cup of tea, but I think it's better to have a bit more like control over the color saturation so you can kind of make it more appealing and also make a more consistent aesthetic whenever you have a character lineup. It's just me. Reason number 2, or B, I think I said A earlier, so B, you can express something about the character and accomplish storytelling goals by tweaking things. So like a lot of good guy characters in this comic I'm making have like warm colors, brownish colors, and this shark is also kind of brownish, but I wanted this character to stand out from the nice warm looking good guys, as well as to like enhance the feeling that like, well, white is a color associated with death a lot, and yeah. Also, I want her to stand out in any scene she's in, and the background colors I have planned are not like very pastel or anything, so like a white character like this is always going to be standing out. But I have to say though, like this might not be her final design. Experimentation is really important. Being flexible is really necessary. So yeah, I might wind up putting her in a scene in like the first chapters of the comic and realize the colors are wrong, and then I'll just have to like tweak the colors and hope nobody notices. Hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully I'll be able to finalize her colors before then, but I have to say that's one of the best things about webcomics is that if you really want, and you really have to, you can go back and tweak things, or you can kind of adjust things along the way gradually and hope nobody notices. But yeah, researching the ocean to find inspiration for mermaid, merfolk designs is honestly a lovely time. There are a lot of bizarre, horrifying creatures in the sea that will haunt your nightmares and make you never want to go to the beach. So have fun!